everybody, I'm here with a Kenmore number 6. I know, it's totally amazing. Everybody always asks me, what's these numbers mean when they say 6? That means they do like 6 different types of stitches. So they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Some of them will say 12 and they'll do 12 stitches. Some will say 8 and they'll do just 8 different types of stitching. So that's what a lot of people always ask me. So that's one question. I got that dang pat, so nobody knows. All right, the lady said she was having problems with the bottom. It was not sewing correctly on top, and she couldn't figure out why. Well, I found a whole bunch of, dust bunnies and a little bit of, well, say a lot of it of thread. The top was actually just dust bunnies and up here, right here, and most of the dust bunnies and thread was down here. The belt is in good condition. The tire is in good condition. The light bulb's in good condition. I have the thing turned on because I wanted to make sure this was sewing correctly. I had been sewing with it for a while and noticed that the thread on top is still too loose. And see the bottom, it's coming out perfect, okay? And you can see where I had adjusted it and now it's coming good on top. But when it was first started, it was like barely sewing anything on top. So you can see there. And then it starts sewing a little better. And then I thought, okay, now we got to go down underneath, which is the bottom right here. And this is the bottom, bobbin. So this is the bottom feed. Some might ask when I ask you something and say, is it a top or a bottom feed? Because sometimes some sewing machines have tops and sometimes they have bottoms. This is the bottom feed. The top feed is called a drop-in, and it drops in from the top. Okay, so if I ever need to talk to you guys about your sewing machine, and you would call me directly or something and you say, hey, I don't know what's wrong with it, I can't figure it out, I need to know something about your sewing machine. You can't just go on and say, it's this kind of sewing machine. But, some of them, they make a lot of different ones doing different things. So I sat there and tried to figure out, why is this machine not sewing correctly? And somebody might have fiddled with the bottom tension, which is the top tension, and the top tension is really the bottom tension. So try to remember that, okay? So people don't keep asking me the crazy questions. And this over here is your width. We're not going to move that because she got a single foot. Now, I did get all these things to stitch for zigzagging by, switching out the foot because I have tons of these feet that I saw for $3. But anyway, so I end up just, showing people how to make your machine running. So this is your rewinder. You can actually not disengage your sewing machine and go ahead and run this while you're running it, but it'll run a little harder. So be careful and you make sure you don't run it over. Just adjust this so it clicks in a lot faster when you click it in. So when you put your bobbin this way and you come over this way and then come back and you put your bobbin in and you click it over, and you don't have to disengage your sewing machine, but just remember, you got to watch that, okay? But before you even get this thing set up, you have to make sure this is not set up yet, not the thread of the sewing machine, so that this don't intertwine with the thread here, because you want the thread to stay underneath this thread, okay? All right, so when you want to thread this one, you thread it from the back, and you come up here to this little hookup right here. I'm trying to get it to focus. There you go, and it goes into this one. Then you want to put it into the symbols, but before you do that, you got to pick up that foot. So you pick up that foot, and that opens these chambers. It gets really loose so you can get them into the chambers. So there's 2 little symbols. You want to put it between that, come around here, then pull back and pull back this way so it gets onto this little guide, okay? Then you go up through this way, and you want to put it in your uptake by threading it through, because this is not the kind you can slide through, so you have to thread it through, and then come down, and then down into here, into this hookup, and then into the hookup of the needle, and it has 2 different hookups because you can run 2 different kinds of thread if you want to, but that's a whole nother story. And then you thread it into the needle, and then when you're ready to sew, you put your foot down, okay? Just go over a few things. This is called your pressure foot pressure, so I have it half and half, so that way it's heavy cotton. This is to open up so you can make sure there's nothing getting caught and your light's in here. I don't want to open it because right now I have it threaded. And this is your width. This is your length right here. This is your length. And this is your stitch selector. So you can see here, this one here is your length, which is the outside. The inside is your stitch selector. Okay, so I only have it on straight stitch. We're not moving it because I just wanted to make sure all this was sewing correctly. And then I did that with my foot. And then her foot, she'll go home with that one. And then when you want to turn it on and off, it's right here. Okay. All right, I think we got everything covered. I can't imagine anything else. I know we had a lot of like dust bunnies and threads. So we got rid of that. And so now we're into just to show you how it's running and how quiet it's gotten. It's gotten so much more quieter. And now everything's stitching correctly. So we're going to sit and listen to it. Boy, it goes fast, doesn't it? You know, there's no snail thing here. You have to go fast with the machine like this. And you can back it up right here with this little backup button you called reversed. And so you can back it up so you don't have to try to figure it out like that. And then if you wanted to turn it, then you can drop it down like that. And then you go this way and you can sew again. Because you see I backed up there. I just want to make sure the backup button's working. Everything on her machine's working great. Hopefully she'll remember to bring it back every year. Instead of waiting, I think the last time she brought it back was the year 2019, right before the coronavirus. So I will hope and pray she will not do that again and wait so long to get this done. Now it's year 2025, so it's like, wow. But I'd never seen this sewing machine. She said this one was working fine. Now it's not working fine. And the other one was the brother, so, and it's all working great. I didn't do another video of that one. I could, but it's already on my YouTube channel, and you guys can enjoy it and stuff. So anyway, so this is what this one is, and I'm going to stop it right there so I now let her know that it's been fixed. And then I put this in here, so when she comes, then she'll see what it was doing and how I got it adjusted. And then she gets her dirt back, because whatever comes out of that machine goes back to you. I don't want it in my house. I'm going to give it back to you. How's that sound? And then I'll get her receipt ready and all that. And I'm going to turn this off and I'll get everything wound up. And I'll take her thread off, just leave a little bit of thread so she sees how I threaded it. But other than that, her machine's basically ready for her to pick up tomorrow morning. She's coming early, so I'm thinking, oh, great, I have to get up out of bed early. I like sleeping in. It's nice. No more kids to get off to school. But anyway, if you have a sewing machine like this, I'd love to hear from you. I want to know where you found it, or if somebody gave it to you as a handy-down, or was it something that, you know, you had since you were a kid and you grew up with it. I would just like to know about where you got your sewing machine at. Maybe somebody special bought it for you, your mom, your dad, your grandma. Maybe it was handed down from your grandma. I just like to know where you got it and what you like to sew. I mean, a lot of people don't tell me what they like to sew. They tell me where they got it, and they never tell me what they like to sew. I actually do like to sew. I sew quilts to, I sew a lot of clothing. I do a lot of alterations. I make a lot of bags and all kinds of strange things. My husband's always like, what are you making now? A bag. For what? Oh, you'll see. And when I get it done, I show him. He's like, oh, that's nice. But anyway, I would love to hear from you. So make sure you like the video, comment down below, and I'd love to hear from you, okay? Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.